This is like probably, if not the biggest change in our business, one of the biggest changes we've ever had. Was when I understood this. And it's a concept I call the 100 visitor test. Here's a picture of what it looks like. So this is something, we've tested this a lot. And the very first time I think we saw the impact of it was probably 6 years ago. We had a product called Micro Continuity where we're giving away free MP3 players. Who here got one of those free MP3 players? Is that awesome? You guys are here now. That's so cool. That was a long time ago. This is the concept. We started looking at how we drive traffic, right? How we qualify our buyers. And before, I was always selling products for $67 on the front end and $97, all these high-ticket things. And I started looking at my funnel, and I realized my goal is I want to get, like a lot of times people talk, we usually might call them funnels, because usually it looks like this, right? Here's a funnel. Up here is my front-end product, then down here is this, and down here is like my super high expensive product. And so you bring a ton of people in the top, maybe you get 1,000 by this one, and then you get 500 by this, and then 200, then 100, then 10, right? That's why we call it sales funnels, okay? And so I was looking at all my products. All my products, like the very first thing was like 37 bucks, or it was $97. And so I drive a bunch of traffic down here, and then I may get 100 people here, and then 10, and then 3, and then 1, and then none. And I was like, if I want to put a ton of people through my funnel, like why am I putting this big dam in the way, right? I'm trying to have this river I want as many people as possible here, and I have this huge price point, this huge dam that's keeping people from progressing. And then only like a little bit trickles through, and I never get deep enough to really grow my business the way I want. And so we had this idea, and we found these guys in Hong Kong that made these little MP3 players. And I took 6 hours of one of my seminars, put it on there, and we did the seminar, and we made it free plus shipping. You get this MP3 player for free, we'll ship it out to you, and you just pay, I think it was like $7 shipping and handling, and we'll ship it out to you. So that was kind of the process. We got rid of this dam and just made it so that the barrier to get in initially was so light that just tons of people came in. And literally it just transformed our entire company. You think about it like we're trying to find out who all these buyers are. If I can create something that's so simple and so easy, but it's so irresistible that anyone who's even has any inkling of buying is going to buy it, boom, I got them. Okay? And so I want to show you guys just some examples. Oh, excuse me. So let me come back to this real quick. So here's the 100 visitor test. So we went through, and this is a ton of data based off of, it wasn't just 100 visitors I sent, but to break it down in simple numbers, we sent a ton of people through, and out of 100 visitors selling one of our front-end $197 products, we averaged about 1% conversion rate. Okay, now, and for me to write a sales letter to sell a $197 product, it had to be a dang good sales letter to get 1% conversion rate. That's an expensive product to sell. It took me a ton of time and effort and energy. We go through this process, and from that we got about 1% conversion rate, okay, which I was really proud of. So we made $197 on this process. Okay, then we decided, let's tweak this model and let's test this concept out. So we changed it. We took those 100 visitors, we sent them to an offer that was free plus shipping, and then afterwards we upsold them the exact same $197 offer, and then we wanted to see what would happen. And then what was interesting, by the way, is the way we the sales letter for a $197 upsell is about 1/10 as long as the initial one. It's way easier to write, takes almost no effort, and I'll show you guys the script we use that in a minute, or tomorrow. But when we had people through the process, on average, we'd average about 8% of the people that take us on the free plus shipping thing. And then what happens is really interesting in psychology. When people start on a process, it's just, as soon as they say the very first yes, it's easier for them to say the second yes, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. Can we even see this from like, and I'll show you guys this when we do pre-framing stuff in a minute here, but one of our guys in one of my other mastermind groups, they do these little quizzes on the front end of their funnels. And they had this webinar that was doing pretty well, but not like quite at break even yet. And they added this quiz on the front end. It was just a fake quiz. Didn't do anything. And you just come through, you click 3 or 4 buttons, boom, 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 and then you see the webinar. And just by having this fake quiz on the front of it, they increased their conversions by more than double. Okay? I was like, why do you think that is? He's like, because as soon as they click that first button, they said their first yes. And they click yes, yes, yes. Hey, buy my thing. All right, sure, I'm in. Okay? And so as soon as somebody says yes to that very first thing, for them to say yes to the next thing, they've already said, yes, Russell, this concept you just gave me is awesome. I want to test it out. Here's my credit card. The next yes is like, all right, I'll try that out too. Okay? It's very, very simple. The first yes is the hardest. So let's remove all barriers of entry, make that as super easy as possible. The second yes is super easy. Okay? If you look at most of our offers nowadays, if you guys notice, they've all been free plus shipping things on the front. There's a reason. Because I just got to get them to say that very first yes, and then a fourth one will say yes to the second yes, and the third yes, and the fourth yes. And so you want to lower that barrier of entry. You look at this whole thing, what happened? A couple things. First off, we made twice as much money from this funnel. And second off, we got 8 buyers instead of 1. And I got 8 people I can start selling my other things and all these other, I have this different relationship with them. Okay? We are some more people on the phone in the back. Like everything else changes as soon as we started implementing this. Okay? So the 100 visitor test is the key. And so I want to show you guys, because I'm going to make a strong argument that all you guys should be doing free plus shipping stuff, because I think I don't care what market you're in, I think that it's the smartest thing. So I'm going to show you guys a couple examples of stuff. And I think the other people right now that are doing this really, really well is Ryan Dice and Perry Belcher are doing really good. And this is an example of one of their offers they put out last year. Anyone see this offer? Free credit card knife. Anyone buy this thing? You got one? You got it with you, don't you? Did you make it through the plane with it? Oh, you drove, huh? I haven't dared to take it on the plane. I'm curious. But it's just this little credit card knife. And then when someone attacks my house and the impending apocalypse comes, I whip it out, I fold the credit card knife, and boom, I got my weapon to kill people, right? Pretty dumb, right? Okay, in about 5 seconds, you're going to think it's the most brilliant thing you've ever seen in your life. So last year, they took this little thing, they put it up on Facebook. So it was free plus shipping. They charged $3 shipping and handling for it. They put it out there. Month number 1, they sold 130,000 of these on Facebook. No affiliates, just posted on Facebook. 130,000 new buyers into their funnel. From that, they had upselled a $20 a month continuity. I don't know the exact numbers, but I guess on the low end, maybe 20% of those bought that. So what would an extra 20,000 people on your continuity do for you guys? And then they upsold another product. That was in 1 month from a little free plus shipping thing. Okay, the same product that they were selling before on the front end, they couldn't get people to buy it. I was talking to them. They said before they added this offer, their survival company was doing about $20,000 to $30,000 a month. They couldn't break through that. They added this thing in, and boom, it exploded. Right now, they're doing over $1 million a month in their survival business. Because so far, they've got, I think, 350,000 people that bought, 350,000 buyers on their list, and $1 million a month. Okay, just because of changing around a couple things. Is that cool? So let me show you in our business a couple things we're doing. Well, let me show a couple. Here's some other ones. Anyone guys know Frank Kern? Frank Kern's doing this right now. Here's Frank Kern's 2 most recent books that he did free plus shipping. It was interesting. We talked about yesterday, right? Who do you want to attract, and what's the bait you're going to give them? So I know for a fact Frank is trying to get speakers, authors, and consultants. That's who he wants to sell on his high-ticket stuff. So what does he do? He creates a book called How I Created $175,000 per Month Consulting Business in 90 Days. Okay, do you think any consultants would go after this? Do you think only consultants would go after this? Only his dream client would go after this? Yeah. He engineered the bait that would attract the exact dream person he wanted. Okay? His next one, Convert, a simple little formula that sold $50 million worth of products and services online. You read the copy for this, guess who he's targeting? Same people, the speakers, authors, and consultants that he wanted. Okay, you create the right bait, you get the right person coming back in. Okay, both of these books, by the way, were a 1-hour webinar he did, and then they transcribed them. So if you think you have to write a book, you don't. It's just talk for an hour, then transcribe it. Anyway, those are 2 of Frank's. They're really good. Let's see. Here's the most recent one that we did, 108 proven split test winners. This one we put a lot of time and effort into. But it was interesting, the story behind this. So we ran a print newsletter. Well, we ran one for 7 or 8 years. And about a year ago, we decided, let's just change it. All of our newsletters are going to be is every month we'll give out 20 of our best split tests. So we launched that, and it was $97 a month, and we sold it, boom, boom. And we had this dam where people were like, God, $97 a month, $97 a month. And we pushed this thing so hard. Within a couple months, I think we had 250 people signed up for it. And I was just like, this should be making us so much, like this is like our best stuff in the world. And just I couldn't get enough people in to even buy it. It was making no effect on our business. We were making 20, 25 grand a month off it. It wasn't enough to even to really do much for us, right? And then one day we kind of had this idea, like what if we took all the last 7 or 8 issues that we did, take all the best tests and put them into one book, and then just sold that. And we're like, yeah, we should do that. And I was like, we probably sell for at least $197. That'd be pretty easy. And then one day, I don't know what happened. I had this epiphany, like, what if we just gave it away for free? And I was like, no, we can't do that. That's our best product. We don't give it away for free. I said, but what if we did? Like, what if we just freaking blew everyone's mind and gave our best product away for free? No, we can't do that. We can't do that. And then the next day came back. But if we did, and all of our dream clients had our best product in their hand, they'd probably want to buy more stuff from us, right? If we just completely over-delivered and just did the awesomest, coolest thing in the world, they'd probably want more, right? We should do it. Anyway, it was 4 or 5 days going back and forth, and finally we're like, screw it. Let's just give away for free. Let's just do the unthinkable, and just our best thing in the world is give away for free and just see what happens. So we put it out there, super scared. We ordered 1,000 of them. Cost us probably, almost 10 grand to print 1,000 of these things, and we're giving away for free, and we decided to put it out there, and we launched this thing, and within like 3 days, the first 1,000 copies were gone. Boom. And our barrier of entry was so small, and what was interesting is that we had like pause the campaigns, reorder, like it was just this, we were freaking out, so we reorder stuff, tweak the upsells were working all right. We tried to tweak some stuff, and we launched it again for our next 1,000. Sold out again like 2 or 3 days, and we stopped, paused it again, and we've sold this thing out 3 or 4 times. I think we sold 6,000 or 7,000 copies without asking a single affiliate to ever promote it, just from our own list and from Facebook. People are going crazy for it. And the coolest thing about this is that every single person who gets this, like because it's so good, it sits on their desk next to the computer all the time. So literally every single day, my dream clients see my product every single day. They see my name it's just sitting there. It's on my desk. I have one on my house next to my, it's so good that I look at it almost every single day. I know that everyone else is doing that as well. And I can't tell you how many people, my guess is that most of you guys in this room, if you came through this funnel, I would guess most of you guys did come through this funnel. Because prior to having this offer, we had the wrong bait. We were getting the wrong clients. When we switched this, again, someone who's like a business opportunity person would see this and not know what in the world it was, right? Because where are they at? Our old clients were very much over here. Their problem were how to make money. That's what we were focusing on. But I didn't like those clients. I didn't want to spend time with them. I wanted to spend time with people over here. So I created the bait to put out there. And again, the person who has the website sees this, and it's perfect. It's the bait they want. And that's the person I wanted to get. And that's how you guys all got here today. Okay? So there's a good example. Do you have the samples of some of the ones too, Brent? So I'll show you guys a couple other ones that we've got. So one of them, our weight loss offer, I think I showed you guys yesterday, our sales funnel, that everything's working except for the front end offer. So like we need to do a new front end offer. And so we kind of put together this little diet. It's called the Skinny Bean Diet. And our gurus for this business, they went to their home kitchen and they set up a video camera and they made a 20 or 30-minute video of them making their Skinny Bean workout diet shake thing. And we put it there, and it's got the instructions inside here. And it's just a little 30-minute DVD explaining how that whole thing works. So Brent's going to hand you guys out. We don't have a lot, but if you can pass them around, just kind of see it. So there's one for our weight loss space. For the MLM world, this is one we're about to launch here because I want to get a lot of network marketing people into ClickFunnels. So if I want network marketing people, what do? I create bait that attracts network marketing people. So boom, second upline. Anyone who's in network marketing knows that your upline sucks, so I'm going to become your second upline. I'm going to show you how I got 7,498 paid members in 45 days. There's my bait. Okay, this makes network marketers go crazy. And if it's free plus shipping, I can get every network marketer in the world come to me, right? And think about stuff John talked about yesterday. I can go onto Facebook and I can target companies like Visalis. And I can see all of their distributors in about 5 seconds. I can go to all the Visalis people. Hey, you struggling in Visalis? Here's some bait. Check it out. There's the pond I'm fishing in. Boom, and get all the Visalis distributors on my list. Then I can go to Vima. Hey, all the Vima distributors. Let me throw my net out there. Boom. Manatech. Boom. And I can go company after company after company, get all their distributors, throw my bait in there, and start getting them. Is all this stuff kind of making sense? All the stuff we talked about yesterday, these congregations? When I know where the congregations are at, they're all on Facebook. They're all grouped together. Let me throw my bait in there. Boom. Start sucking them out. Okay? With this one, all I'm doing is I'm going to every single weight loss guru out there, going to all their fan pages. Okay, oh, this guy's got 1 million people. Sweet, let me throw my bait out there. Boom, start pulling them out. Yep. Skinny Bean was not enough. So good question. So I'll talk about some of the resources we used. Skinny Bean was different because we had this little booklet in the front of them. So it was another company. I don't know the name, but I can get it for you. Dis Delivered is a company we use that does these, like they did Second Upline one and a couple other ones. They're print on demand. So the other cool thing about these front ends, you guys, sometimes they don't work, right? And I don't want to spend a year or 2 years trying something out and have it not work. So I create something really quick like this. A company called This Delivered. You just send them the image. You send them mail them your DVD, your CD, whatever it is, and then it's print on demand. So I don't have to pay, I don't print any of these unless I sell them. So somebody buys it, I let them know, they charge me $5 or $6, and they mail it out to the person. So it's nice. So my entire risk on a free plus shipping front end thing is $5, right? And so it's really nice. I can test it. If this doesn't work, sweet, let's make another one. Oh, it didn't work, make another one. Boom, boom. And just kind of really quickly I can go through until I find the right hook, the right message, and now we can blow it up. Joey? So his question is, what should your bait look like? Like, should it be the same as like what you're upselling, stuff like that, or should it be different? So yesterday, remember I was talking about the one thing? So typically, if you look at like my sales funnel or whatever you want to call it, like this thing I want to teach, this is for you, it's your Worthy to Win coaching program, right? That we're going to help you raise your prices from $1,500 to $15,000. So what I'm going to do for my front end is I'm not going to teach the whole thing, but I'm going to find the one thing, what's the one sexiest, most cool thing of my entire program, and I'm going to pull out that one thing, okay? So my second upline, I have a whole bunch of cool things I help network marketers with, but I'm showing them just the one thing, which is how to get leads. That's the one thing they want, okay? Skinny Bean, I can show them a whole bunch of ways to change their life. There's just one thing I want, how to make this one shake that's magic, okay? So you pick out the one thing that's the core thing and just focus on that. So how to make potato guns, kind of like my baby for the last however many years. Like the one, every time we launch a new like funnel, I always test it out here first. So what's cool is this is a DVD we got, and we're doing free plus shipping on this now. So this is a free plus shipping, and then we're upselling a whole bunch of potato gun plans, and we're upselling actual physical. I found a guy who drop shipped potato guns for me. So we're doing the exact same thing with this to get more people in the front. Think of any other examples to show you guys. Oh, I've got one more. This is exciting. This is one that might be a big aha for a couple of you guys. If I can find it, I just had it like, here it is. So I went to the office this morning, right before I got here to grab my credit card. I've done a couple things. And what's cool is who here saw me do my webinar, High Ticket Secrets, about a month ago? Were you guys on that webinar? So I did that webinar, and the webinar turned out awesome. At the end of it, we sold a ton of stuff, made a bunch of money. It was really, really cool. And I'm turning that webinar into an automated webinar. We'll talk about that funnel here in a minute. But the other thing I did is I was like, that webinar is awesome. People who watch it give me money. How else can I get them to watch it? So I took that webinar and I sent it to Just Delivered, and now that webinar showed up today on a free DVD. So not only am I going to be like, hey, go register for my webinar, what if I'm like, hey, you want to go out and get this free DVD, show you the two simple pages that will instantly double your sales and 10 times your profit without picking up the phone. All this is a recording of my webinar I just did, my sales webinar where I sold the product. The exact same thing. Does that give any of you guys an aha? Someone's smiling up here. Okay? Repurpose the stuff. The sales tools you're using, this is a sales tool, but it's a hook to get somebody to take action, right? Some companies, like the more B2B, you've got your white papers. Like, why do you do white paper? Make it free plus shipping and ship them out this thing that's going to be, I want to get people to pull their credit card out of their wallet and prove they're a buyer so we can change that relationship, so we can help them, serve them, and send them up through the 7 steps, okay? So anytime you do a webinar to sell something, take that webinar afterwards, boom, make a free CD, because the other thing is interesting. If you look at like again, I will be selling an automated webinar version, I will be promoting the automated webinar version of this presentation because it did really well, and I'll push that for a while, but offers go stale, right? For only so long it's going to work, and after a while it'll start dropping down, and they'll come out, hey, here's a free DVD teaching the same thing. Okay, look at Frank Kern. This was a webinar he did where he went and sold how he created $175,000 per month consulting business in 90 days. He did a webinar, ran it until he got tired of running it. Then he got it transcribed and made it a book, and that's a whole new offer, whole new audience, more people all come in through his funnel. Okay? So you can repurpose the stuff you're doing, you can do it once, do it twice, and keep doing it over and over and over again. Okay? Okay, I'm going to tell you something that's really sad, but it's true. So I told this to the mastermind group 2 days ago. The other sad thing about this is, for those of you guys who are so concerned about my content's not going to be perfect or what if, the sad reality is the majority of the people will never actually watch or listen to it anyway. We had one of our very first free plus shipping offers was a DVD, and we sold over 10,000 copies of it in a year. And I remember one day we got a call from a lady saying, I'm trying to watch the DVD, it's not working. We're like, oh, that's weird. So ship her out another one. So ship her another one. Call back 3 days later, hey, I got a new one, doesn't work either. We're like, ship out another one. Ship out another one. Calls back a couple days later, it's not working. Like, it's not working. So we go to the fulfillment house, start putting them in. None of them worked. The printing house forgot to burn the actual video on the thing. 10,000 people, only one person ever called. So, I don't know. The reality, though, is, you guys, you'll make money whether they consume it or not. The key is the hook to get them in. So don't be so stressed out. This thing's got to be perfect. Because, yeah, make it good. You want it to be the best if you've got. But it's not that important. And like you said, let's say we launch this and it bombs. I can just change the hook on the front. It's the same content. I change the hook a little bit. Because maybe the Too Simple page is not what sells them. Maybe it's the mini call center. So I change the headline on this. Boom, new offer. Just tweak it really, really quick. Great question. So this question was, do you ever have the issue where someone wants to watch the free DVD before they buy the upsell? If you structure your upsell where it's more of the same, you will have that issue every single day. Okay? It has 100% to do with how you structure your upsell process. We'll talk more about that tomorrow a little bit with the scripting, but the key is you never want your upsell, even if it is more of the same, you can't sell it that way. Because they're like, oh, because they just bought this thing thinking it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I just bought this thing because I'm going to learn to get 7,000 leads. And my next thing's like, okay, thanks for buying the free DVD. I'm going to do a webinar showing how to get 7,000 leads. Like, that's what I just got. Like, yeah, that's when you hit that issue. But you change it where this is a webinar I get 7,000 leads, and the upsell is now like, hey, you got all the tools you need to get 7,000 leads. Let me show you the next step in the process. The next thing you need is this. Also, they're like, oh, cool, I need that too. So it's all how you structure the upsell flow. And again, we'll talk more about that when we're doing the copy stuff tomorrow. But if you're selling more of the same, every time I've ever done more of the same, it just bombs. Every time I do the next step, it's great. Like this right here, discdelivered.com is the company we use. It's $50 to get the account set up. If you use our code, which is like coupon code .com secrets, it knocks the price in half. So it's $50, and then after that, it's just print on demand. So you pay, I think it's $5.95 US and $7.95 international. So that's how we normally test it. Now, if you go back to those guys afterwards, and you know this offer is doing really, really well for you, and you're selling 1,000 a month or whatever, you can come back to them and say, hey, I want to pre-order 1,000 at a time, and the price will drop like almost in half. But initially, just do print on demand to test it out and make sure that it's actually going to work before you ever go and buy a ton of it. Okay? And the word free is the magic thing in there. A lot of people are like, well, Russell, I don't want to ship a free DVD. What if I just charge them $5 for it? Or what if I just get them for free? Two things. You need to charge them because you're trying to get them to pull their credit card out. You want to find out who the buyers are. That's key. And the reason why I want to ship something to somebody is because the word free is the most magical word in marketing. Okay? It sounds cheesy, overhyped, whatever. It's magic. Really good story behind free. If you've ever read the book Predictably Irrational, he did a really cool test in there where he basically, I'll probably slaughter the numbers, but the concept is the same. They had like these Hershey Kisses. Look like a Hershey Kiss. No, I wasn't even close. There's a Hershey Kiss, right? And they had those Lindt chocolates, right? So Hershey Kisses are like the bottom of the chocolate chain, right? They suck. They're just kind of like, oh, I got nothing else to eat. I'll eat some Hershey Kisses. And then you got like Lindt chocolates, which are like the high end, like the best stuff, right? And so they took people through like a cafeteria line or something like that. They'd take people through, and at the end they would offer them both of these. And I'm trying to remember exactly. I think it was like 1 cent for these, right? And 25 cents for these. Is that right? 15, something like that, right? And so driving all these people through, and the majority of the people were taking this guy, right? And so like, okay, let's do some price testing. So let's drop this. Let's make these free. So now it's 0, it's free. We'll drop these by 1 cent as well. So now these are 24 cents. What happens? And all of a sudden it shifts from like 80% of people taking this to 80% of people take that because it's free. So like, okay, 1 cent difference made that big a shift. Let's try it the other way. So let's make this 2 cents and 26 cents, and it shifts back over here. Okay, just the word free is magic. So when I'm on Facebook and I'm targeting, what's the P90X dude, right? So I'm targeting the P90X, his entire audience of 100 or a million Facebook fans. I'm throwing my bait in there. I want to be like, hey guys, you like P90X? It's expensive, right? I got this free skinny bean diet. This thing works way better. It's easier. It's faster. It's free. Come on, just come get it. It's free. You're like, all right, might as well. And they come in and boom, I've got them. I've pulled them from where they're at. Now that I've got them, now they pull their credit card out, now I can take them where I want to take them. That makes sense, you guys? So that's my philosophy. I still think it's the best. It depends. So our question is, in the ad you say plus it's free plus shipping. It depends on the ad. Some ads you have a banner ad where you don't have much space. Other ones you have a video. So like our Facebook ad that sells this, you guys have probably seen the video. I'm targeting all of you guys. Unless you bought it, then maybe you're not. But there's a video of me in my office wearing my t-shirt, and I'm like, hey guys, I just got this book, it's awesome, and right here you get this, and you get this, and there's a little video on YouTube that says that, right? I literally made that video with my iPhone, made it really quick, threw it up there. We've been running it for a month and a half, 2 months. It keeps working. And in there I do say, like, just cover $10, ship it out to you, and other than that, it's free. So in there I say it. So it kind of just depends, but when they come to the page, I'm very, very specific, like, you got to pay shipping. But sometimes the ad, you can't. That's a great question. Sweet Shot. We haven't, so back before, the microcontinuity days, we used to test a lot of stuff. We found if you keep it like under $4, like $4.95, like under $5 is good, and then under $10. If you go above $10, you start seeing big stuff. But there wasn't a ton of difference between 9 and 4. So what we do typically is like, for the book, just our costs in this book are so expensive. We do like $9.95 US and whatever, a little more international. But on all the DVDs, we usually do $4.95. And we're losing money on both of them no matter what. You know, it's the whole like amateurs focus on the front end. We're gonna lose money no matter what on them. Just how much do you want to lose? The lower you can handle your shipping being, the better it's gonna be. But at the same time, as long as you keep it under $10, it's not, at least in my experience, hasn't been big enough of a change to really affect it. So I know Zan had probably a little different experience. They were shipping out bracelets and stuff, where like the cost of shipping was like as much as like a real bracelet. So they had to do a lot lower shipping to make, or as people went to it. So a lot of it depends on your offer as well. But I think for info products, DVDs, books, I think anywhere from $5 to $10, as long as you're below that, it shouldn't have too big of a change. Any other questions about that? Yeah, free. So he was saying for the camera, he said he uses medium mail to ship them, and the price is like half as if you send them regular. Now the other thing I want to talk about, just because David asked a question about yesterday, but it works really good, is, you know, like, should I do direct mail to my customers? Okay, now some of them have shown they're a buyer, you definitely should do direct mail to them. The problem is direct mail costs money, right? And it's scary. So I always look at it when somebody is a buyer, I want them to finance my direct mail campaign to them. Okay, so somebody pays me $9.95 for this book. I'm giving them the book, but they're financing my direct mail campaign. So in this package comes a 4-page sales letter that sells people into my $25,000 program. Okay, and so we're letting our customers finance this direct mail thing to them as well. That's the other cool thing about free plus shipping, is you can use that as a tool to get your sales message into their hands. Okay, and in this case, this one's just a webinar, so if they watch it, that's also a sales message. But I'm basically getting them to finance my direct mail. Okay, because direct mail can get expensive, but if you're just using it as a follow along, it works awesome. There's no additional, there's a little additional cost, a little more paper, but it works awesome.